Hello and welcome back for part 2 of the new free player guide. It's been about a week. I'm Battle Barge 18 pushing 19. So this is about where you'd start entering what I consider to be the mid-game. Upgrades, research, troop training is starting to take more time. So you actually don't have to be in the game non-stop to progress. Resource costs are starting to get up there, although if you're doing it right, you should still have plenty of resources to deal with anything. The first thing you need to start doing is checking out the events. You also want to start looking at the event calendar and looking at all the events that are available. And there's a few events that you especially want to keep your eye on. The first and most important is Breach the Storm, which, as you can see, that event is starting at server reset. The reason you want to watch this one is the last day is what we call kill event. So all of the high level powerful players are going to warp around the server and hit everybody. That means you're going to get hit. And of course there's also bonuses you get in Breach the Storm. First day you get bonuses to build speed and mining speed. Second day you get bonuses to research, etc., etc. So you want to coordinate your progress with that. And that gets to my next point. You want to start saving items for events. You want to save speed ups for events. You want to save hero upgrades for events within reason. You still got to upgrade your primary heroes to keep progressing, but you should start being more conservative in what you do. Your primary focus of constant upgrading will be your buildings and your troops. And everything else you're saving for an event. The next event I'll tell you about is going to be Heroic Trial. It's not on here. It usually begins right when Breach of Storm ends. That's an important one for you to get on because you get Alistair frags, and he's one of your two important defensive heroes. And you also get Shrike frags. Next one is Void Whale, although that one I say is kind of up in the air. Adremus frags are what you get from that. They're good. Adremus is a good hero to a point for your hospitals, but not really essentially. So you can kind of skip that one. Emperor's Tarot is important, and as you can see, it's coming up. And it's not important for the reasons you think. When it comes up, you have the option of buying packages. And of course, yes, you're a free player. You're not spending money. However, one of the packages you can buy costs 50 crystals. And what's important about it is the package not only comes with tarot cards to use, it also gives you the small AP, the common AP stims, right? So here, 50% off, they're 75 crystals. You get one with the Emperor's Tarot. So you're getting the cheapest possible AP stims by buying them on Emperor's Tarot. And you'll get Battle for Enyo is an important one. The important thing is that you sign up and deploy an army. It's free fragments, it's free resources, it's free stuff. Sign up for it. Next one is Alliance ranking, same as Enyo. Sign up for it. Participate as much as you can. You'll get free stuff out of it. The next is Chaos Attack. Somebody in your alliance is probably going to be coordinating events, and they'll send out a mail or a message. Or if they have Discord, they're going to ping you on Discord saying, we're doing Chaos Attack in an hour. You want to send out garrisons. That's how you maximize the amount of points you get. So you don't have a lot of troops. I certainly don't have a lot of troops, not to fill out even the 3 marches I have. But you want to pay attention. We'll get on to garrison heroes in a bit. But you don't want to send out your garrison heroes. And it's also nice if you can get the combo effect. And just come down to the bottom and click 1%. So you're only sending a tiny little bit of your force. It's not a lot, but you know what? It's going to get you a couple of points, and a couple of points helps you, and a couple of points helps your alliance. The last event, which is ongoing right now, is Alliance Augur. Same thing. If there's somebody in your alliance coordinating this, and there should be, you're going to get an in-game mail or a ping on Discord or something, you know, Alliance Augur in 5 minutes. Show up, have your marches available, send as many marches as you can. Yeah, it's going to wipe out your troops because you're low level, but the rewards you'll get are far higher than the healing costs. So here's Alliance Augur. When it's active, you get this screen, so you can launch a rally. That's the only way. You can't single attack it, but it's best if you join a rally rather than, oh good, this guy's got an example up for me. It's better if you join a rally than create a rally at low levels, because your rallies just are going to suck. And not only do you want to save things for events, you also want to start timing things for events. Well, back to Breach the Storm. In about 5 hours, it's going to unlock. If you can have your mining parties finish after this activates, when they come back, that'll count for points, because the points are based on mining and building for the first phase. So the more you save and the more you time things, the more rewards you can get out on an event, and the more rewards you get as a free player, the easier it will be to progress. PvP. Don't do it. At this point, the most you should be doing is learning the layout and the politics of your server. You do not want to be attacking people, because at this point, you don't know who's who. You just started playing. And if you go and you attack the wrong person, do the wrong thing, you might find yourself getting kicked out of the alliance you're in and getting zeroed by that alliance for causing trouble. So at this point, just lay low, learn, figure it out. Once you have a stronger grasp of the server's politics, who you're allied with, who's your enemies and whatnot, then you can start thinking about it. Besides, you're low level. You're not really going to be able to take on much anyway. Next point, heroes. You want to pick 3 heroes to focus on. As a free player, your options are very limited. For offense, so it's going to be Irenica, Cordis, and Vex. The one thing all 3 of them have is dodge. The game just buries you in fragments for her, so she's very easy to get leveled up. Same for Cordis and Vex. It's very easy to get fragments for them. So you get 3 dodge heroes for free. Now for your defense, you're going to be looking at Caster, Alistair, and again, Irenica. And the reason why you want this defense is, well, Irenica is your best legendary, and she's got dodge, so that's going to help out. Caster's also got dodge, but what Caster and Alistair have is rebound. Now, this isn't going to make you win a fight, but it's going to make it so at least you do some damage back, which is the most you can hope for at this point. And the next thing you want to start paying attention to is your hero appointment. Now, I got a video on that separately. At this point, you want to start slowing down your troop training and paying attention to what you're doing. You'll want to keep 50 to 100 of each troop for dodge walling. And I go over that in other videos of combat mechanics of how dodge wall works. But you want to have 50 of each. So you want to have 50 of these, 50 of these, 50 of these, and then whatever else you have excess, you want to click the little arrow button and upgrade them. So I got 72 level 3s. I want to keep 50. So that means I got 22 I can upgrade. Now you want to start paying attention to hospital capacity as well. So my hospital capacity is 4,603. Reason I say this is because the maximum amount of troops that you can have get injured before they start dying is going to be your hospital times 5, because you also get reserve squad, which is 4 times your hospital. Now you can go ahead and build more than that, but you run the risk of soldiers dying, and it's cheaper to heal them than to build new ones. And of course, reserve squad is free. You just have to wait a long time. And of course, at 18, you unlock the Freeblade Knight. So the order of things you want to upgrade: first, you want to focus on the stubber. Then you want to focus on the chainsword and the cannon. And then finally, if you got those upgraded and you still have stuff left over, you can upgrade the armor. And you can just about neglect the reactor core and the data valve. As for using the Freeblade Knight, In expeditions, he'll be a little icon on the bottom. You can drag him and it'll deploy him. Every time he is deployed, it costs 2 power. And it takes an hour to restore 1 power. So you wanna save your Freeblade for when you need them or the best scenario. What's the best scenario, you say? Rallies against fleets. So all of these hostile fleets. Reason I say this is they give the most XP. It costs 2 power regardless. Most everything gives you, I think, 800 points. Hostile fleets give you 1600. So you're getting twice as much XP per power expended. So you just tick there and it shows you -2. All right, next up is resource management. You should be mining all the time now. But before you mine, you want to spend your AP points. And you see I've already done that. I'm down to 4. I can't do anything. So when you come on, if you got 15 minutes, just go to the star map. First do whatever scan events. I've done all of mine. Then after that, find the highest level chaos that you can clear and attack it. And attack and attack and attack until you spent all of your AP. Why chaos forces? Well, they give the most resources for action points spent. And what they don't show you is that they also give you character XP. And the more XP you get, faster you'll level, the more strategy points you get. So you can come in here and spend strategy points. Oh yeah, and while I'm here, you want to be building your first strategy for the things you're going to find most useful. Now, it's a little bit of a personal preference if you go for Servitor Overlord, because it's kind of deep in here. It'll take you a while to get there, and you'll be neglecting war points to get to it. At the very least, get to Reinvigoration. Every 10 hours, you get 50 free action points. That's really going to help with your progress. And once you've gotten to whichever one you decide you want, come over here to the war tab. Because as you get higher up in levels, you want to have Veterans Call. Give you free units. And for that matter, you actually want to push all the way to the end to get Field Medic. Because healing soldiers for free is eventually going to be worth 50 million resources. Always join rallies. If there is a player running a rally, you have a march available, and you have the AP points, send your people to the rally. Because if they're rallying a hostile fleet and they clear it, you're going to get caster frags, and you need caster for your defense build. If it's an event and you clear it, you're going to get Alistair frags or Genius frags or whatever that event gives. Always join rallies. Now, the next thing is fleets. So let's say you really want to get your knight leveled up. Find the most powerful, closest fleet, because we want to have the shortest march time we can get. Click attack. Click it up to 1%, click it down to 0%. 0 troops. Now, of course, it won't let you deploy with 0 troops. So you put 1 predator. Deploy. And do this for as many as you want to do. I'm going to use all 3 of my marches just to prove a point here. Bam. Immediately lost. Bam. Immediately lost. And bam. Immediately lost. And the fleet's still there. So you can keep sending attacks. The reason why you want to do this, because realistically, the only reason you're attacking fleets is to get Cordis fragments or auxiliary cores. And you will get them even if you do no damage. You just go look at it, let it blow up your fleet, you get a Quartus frag and an auxiliary core. Got an auxiliary core, got an auxiliary core. A token amount of resources. You get more resources if you kill the fleet, but if you kill the fleet, then you're going to have to go farther to find another fleet. As where if you just send your single man rallies, you can farm fragments with whatever AP that you need to burn. Last thing I would say is don't bother with breach assault at all. You'll get people tell you do it for this, do it for that, do it for the other. Well, right now, breach assault gives you Tycho frags for 1 Tycho frag for clearing it, plus whatever the daily bar is, and then at the end of the week, however your alliance rank, you get Maya frags. Tycho and Maya really kind of aren't all that. And they're certainly not worth the amount of AP points and time you would have to spend to clear a breach assault. Again, always be mining. So now that I've spent all of my AP points, so I can send some guys out to mine. So I want my first 3 because that's what I'm using the most. Fuel, metal, adamantium. So fuel, I'll send out, I don't have enough guys to be mining level 4. I'll mine level 3. So it's pretty far away. And I want to send blue heroes. Each blue hero gets a bonus to mining. So you see Alvinus gets bonus to metal. Now you have 2, technically 3 types of resources. You have unprotected, protected, and then the unprotected that the warehouse is protecting. Periodically, come up here, click on your resources. You want to look at where it says protected resources. I'm fine right now because everything I have is protected. My metal, 16.2, 16.2. Fuel. If you come in here and you have resources far in excess of your protected, like let's say I had, it says I have 4 million here, but then I have 5 million up there. That means I have 1 million unprotected resources. And you know what? Other players are going to hit you and take that. It's better if you spend unprotected resources on crap than if it gets stolen. It becomes more and more problematic when you push towards 25 and up, and you got to have a lot of resources saved up to do your upgrades. And you're going to end up with a lot of unprotected resources, and it's going to make you a juicy target. They will come for you. Well, the only way to convert unprotected into truly protected resources is the rogue trader. And of course, she's not here right now. But she will allow you to buy things for resources. And one of the things you can buy is resource packs. The resources from resource packs are always protected, regardless of your warehouse capacity. So whenever the rogue trader is available, come in here. And unless you're really broke, you want to be buying the resource packs. You want to pay attention to whether it's how much protected you have, because this is what you need to save up. So if you're pushing for, say, Battle Barge 26, and you got to save up resources, and of course you're trying to spend down your unprotected so that you're not gonna get hit and have all your stuff stolen. Likewise, you don't want to spend so much that you're pulling out of your protected resources. You want these numbers to be going up. That's what you need to save. Now, it takes a lot of management, but that's how this game gets, especially if you're going to play for free. You got to start paying attention and managing the numbers. And once again, events are the best way to get protected resources. I cleared, wow, lucky number there. So that would be here, 500,000 to just short of 1 million. So it's going to give me 170,000 of each resource, but these are packs. So these are protected resources. Feel free to come in here and open all of your packs. These do not count towards your warehouse capacity, and they are always protected. So even though I've gained, say in the case of adamantium, I've gained 3 million. I believe it was 3 million. That 3 million is protected. My warehouse capacity has not gone up. In fact, my warehouse is nowhere near 3 million. It's not even 500,000. Next thing, expedition and explorations. You want to be checking your exploration at server reset and 1200 UTC. 4 hours, 12 minutes. The server is going to reset. And with that reset, it's going to give you new missions. But it's not going to give you any notification that you have new missions. So when the server resets, come in here, start the new missions. And then 12 hours later, it's going to renew the missions again. Expeditions. Find one that you've totally cleared, 3 stars. Click sweep and sweep it. You'll burn off your stamina and you'll get the rewards. The rewards are identical to what you would get if you actually played the mission. It even gives you the same XP, but it gives you that as cards. So you can give the XP to any hero, not just your 3 that you would normally deploy. Each section gives a specific type of armor shard, and you need the armor shards to increase the power of your heroes. So the first 2 give you greens. Sections 3 and 4 give you the blue shards. Sections 5, 6, and 7 give you purple. 8, 9, and 10 give you legendary. You do not want to go past what you currently need. So if your heroes are all in need of blue shards, don't progress to section 5. Stay in section 4. Only when you have only when your 3 main heroes, all of your main heroes require blue, do you want to move on to the next stage. The reason I say this is because your maximum cleared expedition determines what quality shards you get from scan event expeditions. Now the last question, what buildings do you upgrade? Well, as I said, we're at a point where upgrade times are getting longer and longer and costs are getting higher and higher. Your priority is going to be the battle barge and the administratum outpost. After that, you want to focus on upgrading your troop buildings. For these side buildings here, you want to have the maximum of 8 hospitals. The more hospital capacity you have, the less you're going to lose when you get hit. So that's important. It saves you money in the long term. As for the rest of it, it's going to be your choice of building farms or building Vox relays. I try to focus on having fuel and adamantium farms because those are the resources you're going to be burning through the most. After that, metal, and then after that, plasma. In fact, on my main character, I only have 3 plasma, and I'm probably going to disassemble it down to 2 plasma because I don't need plasma like I need the other stuff. So you only want to upgrade them to a point where they start getting expensive. I think around 20, 25, they start pushing 500,000, and that's when you want to knock off upgrading these things. The auger array, you'll want to have it at level 6, but not beyond. The reason why is at level 6, I believe this is the one that unlocks the ability to see other players' fleets, not just Alliance members, but everybody else. The reason why you want to see the lines right now is so you can see if somebody else is going to the mining node. You don't want to waste time sending your troops out to mine a node that somebody else is already on the way to, because most likely they're going to get there before you. And then the 5 or 10 minutes that it's going to take them to get there and back is going to be wasted. There are 3 buildings you want to ignore. The first one, which you're only going to ignore for now, is the navigator's quarters. You also want to completely ignore the defense array. It doesn't do anything. And the last one that you don't want to upgrade is the interceptor hangar. Once it starts getting expensive and thus cutting into your progress, you want to completely ignore it. All right, that's everything I have in my notes. I'm probably forgetting a bunch of things, but this video's gone on long enough. My next video, I will be recording from my alt, which is a 99% free account. I'll explain it in that video. And the reason I'll be using my alt is because my alt is what I would consider to be the late game. Until next time, y'all have a good one.